Looking at number 1 here, it says, find side C. When I look at number 1, is it a right triangle? Not SohCahToa. Do I have a power couple? Yeah, I've got 30 and 6, so I'm doing law of sines. Sine of 30 over 6 equals sine of gamma over, I want to find C, so it's going to be these two. I don't know gamma. What could I do to find gamma, though? 180, so this is going to be a 50-degree angle. Sine of 50 over C. I subtracted from 180 to find the other one. So I'm doing cross-multiplying in my calculator. 6 times sine of 50, and divide that thing by sine of 30. There's my final answer, 9.19. Questions on 1. Number 2 is a big one. Okay, number 2 says find all the parts. I've got B, C, and alpha. I gave you the picture. When I look at that triangle, it's not a right triangle. Do I have a power couple? No. What do I have? Side angle side. If this is alpha, what side is this across from it? That's A. If it's alpha, it's across from A. This 2 is B, and this 3 is C. I'm doing side angle side. It's law of cosines, so I'm setting up my problem. It goes A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times cosine 80. I'm typing that thing into my calculator. 2 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 times 3 times cosine 80. When I type it in, I get 10.9, and that's the thing that kind of throws us off. That seems somewhat reasonable. But 10.9 is a lot bigger than 2 and 3. That's not my answer. What do I still need to do with that thing to get A by itself? Second square root that answer. I want to square root it because it was an A squared problem. That's my actual answer. A is 3.3. Okay? I have found that. I know what A is. It is 3.3, which is great. I still need to solve for other things. Once you start doing law of cosines, I'm going to keep doing law of cosines. I still need to solve for beta and gamma. Let's find beta next. I now have all 3 sides, so I'm doing a cosine of beta problem. Cosine of beta equals B squared, so 2 squared minus 3.3 squared minus 3 squared all over negative 2 times 3.3 times 3. I'm setting up law of cosines. I type that into my calculator, alpha y equals, to type it in as a fraction, 2 squared minus 3.3 squared minus 3 squared. On bottom, it's negative 2 times 3.3 times 3. Type it in. I get that decimal. That is not my answer. That's what cosine of beta was. What do I need to do to get beta by itself? Second cosine of that answer. Beta is 36.6 degrees. If beta is 36.6, what can I do now to find gamma? Subtract from 180. Somebody get that? What was it? 62.4. 63.4, sorry. Questions on 2. 2 is a big one. That's the only time today we've done law of cosines. That's an important problem to do. Number 3 says find x. It's a right triangle. Here's my angle. 32 is the opposite. X is the adjacent. So when I set this problem up, which one goes opposite and adjacent? Tangent of my angle equals the opposite, 32, over the adjacent. I want to get x by itself. So Brando, what am I going to do? Multiply by x, and then what? Divide by tangent of 50. So in his calculator, he's taking 32 divided by tangent of 50. Type it in, hit enter. X is 26.85. And that's fine. Okay, I'm going to always tell you to do SohCahToa. Technically, you could do law of sines because you had a power couple. Questions on that one? Last one is number 4. I didn't get to the one that I wanted to. I wanted to do an ambiguous case. Okay, that's not on here. I will